Hey, what's up YouTube? Will here from All Electric and got a real exciting video for you. I'm in Autopilot now, you can tell that by the blue steering wheel, and we are going to make a left turn. Now if you saw my last video where I made a right-hand turn, a lot of people were like, oh, okay, well that's not a real right-hand turn because it was more of like a souped up or structured intersection, but watch this. So we're going through the intersection, still in Autopilot, and it's following that car, still in Autopilot, and then it goes out of Autopilot. I was putting some pressure on the steering wheel, and I guess it didn't like how I was holding it, but still really impressive. So let's take a look at this again. So we have two lanes that are turning left, and our lane can go straight or left. So it wants to follow that car in front of it, and it's using those dashed lines that are on the ground there. But here's where it gets into a little bit of trouble when we meet multiple lanes on this highway. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes that it can jump into. So I'm really pumped about this. So what do? I quickly make a U-turn and jump back into the turn lane so we can test this again. So now I am about 4 cars back. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 cars in front of me. So I'm 5 cars back. Light turns green. Let's see what the Autopilot does. So I have that blue steering wheel on. I'm in Autopilot, and this time I'm determined. I throw the turn signal on. I'm not going to touch the wheel, and it starts to freak out at right about there and says take over immediately. But it actually steered itself back into the proper lane. So I want to take a look at that again. So once we go through the turn, you can see Autopilot chooses the incorrect lane and realizes that, so it says take over immediately, and we get that error, even though it then steers back into the correct lane. So watch the blue lines here, how it jumps to the wrong lane, and that's where we're gonna get the take over immediately. It realizes, oh crap, that's the wrong lane. And so here it is again, it jumps to the right lane and then corrects itself and turns back into the other lane. So here it is one more time, and at the end of this video, if you want to just see the full clips, I'm going to include those at the end of this video. Both of these left turns, the full clips, if you want to watch that. So that's me as the driver pushing on the accelerator pedal. You can do that at a stoplight to creep forward, and I'm still in Autopilot. You can tell that by the blue steering wheel. And as we start to go, we're going to follow this van here. And you can see that gray van is going straight through. Thankfully, this green van is turning left, and I think if that green van went straight, we would try to go straight through the intersection. But we're turning left, and right about here you can see it got confused because the van actually chose the right lane, and that confused the Autopilot because you should be in this lane if you're following the dashed lines on the road there. Okay, let's make another UE, and perhaps third time is the charm. You can see in this test that I'm way back there. So hopefully I get the green, but we are gonna follow this car. As you can see, I'm in Autopilot with the blue steering wheel on the center touch display and the 2 blue lines going forward. So we're following this gray Toyota car here, and I'm hoping that it goes to the left, and we're gonna see. It looks like they're going to. We got a turn signal from them, and Autopilot is still engaged, and it picks a lane, although not the correct one technically, but it picks a lane and it works. So let's look at that again slower, and we see the Autopilot is following the Toyota, which goes all the way over to the right lane, and so it kind of picks in the middle. When we look at the blue lines there, it gets a little confused, but it's more confident than it was during the first test, and it's more confident it was during the second test as well. So super impressive, super pumped. A left turn in Autopilot, really exciting. If you haven't done so yet, head on over to Patreon and you can support this channel for as little as $1 a month. And if you support me at one of the higher tiers, you actually get early access to all my YouTube videos that get posted over there before they get posted to YouTube. There's also lots of great articles and other content that I put over there that's exclusive to Patreon. So make sure you go over there and check it out. And I want to give a huge shout out to our man Amin, who's supporting me over there at my top tier, the all electric level. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you to everybody else who's over there on Patreon supporting the channel. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Share this video with a friend, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Thank you.